What do you do when you have a dark pantry with no light in it whatsoever and it's hard to see sometimes? You put a light in it, y'all. Stay tuned. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Trust Trucker channel, y'all. Yep, we are here. We are still on a hubby home time. The wife has been wanting a light inside our pantry, and for some reason they did not put a light in this pantry, and there's nowhere to tie in to the electrical. Now, as the house was being built, I took pictures of all the walls, electrical, plumbing, everything before sheetrock and all the stages, so I knew exactly where electrical lines are, exactly where everything's at, the overhead, everything. There's nowhere to tie in except for this two spots, and I'll show you one of them. We have our overhead light right here, which is right here by the pantry. So, you know, you would think, okay, I could tie in here, run a line through the ceiling right there, and drop down and put a light up in the ceiling, and just have it tied in to that light. So when that light's on, then by default, that light's on. That was my first thought. Nope, that will not work. We actually have, this is our bottom floor of a two-story house. So everything just, we do have the barrier walls that are running this way and this way. But right here in between this light and this wall, there's actually two little walls running through, and then there's a 2x4 over this brace right here that holds the plumbing that runs through. So that's not going to work. And I can't get to this can, to the electrical light of this can, without pulling the whole thing completely out. I already looked at the pictures of the can lighting. There's no way to get to the electrical box on that. Basically without opening the hole. So that's kind of a butt. So the other option is right here. We have our freaking oven tied, and I looked at the electrical line coming right back. Now granted, it is a 220 line, but see, and it butts up right up against here. So I've got my oven pulled out of the cabinet. Breaker is turned off, y'all. Turn your breakers off before you mess with electrical. Now 220, you've got your neutral, you've got your hot, then you've got your extra line, your other one, which goes from 110 to 220 to provide the extra power for the oven, because you know this is a dual oven system. Of course, ovens generally run at 220 anyway for electrical. So all I have to do is tap in the line just on the freaking neutral and the hot, tap one into that and then the ground, and I can drill a hole through the cabinet wall right there. Run the line from here through there. I can put a light switch right here, which will be on the other side of this, and actually it's open all the way up the wall right here, and then it's open up through here. There's not, like I say, because one of that barrier wall is up against right here. So my plan is I'll cut this open here so I can put a light switch plate, and then by cutting through here, I'll drill the hole all the way through the center of it, which will put it inside the cabinet here, or then I can run the line attached to here. Then I can run the line from here all the way up to a light, and I'll put a light up there. So that's the plan, y'all. Y'all stay tuned. Let's see how this works out. All right, see, y'all, here's another thing. Like, I've got all details of my kitchen before walls are put up. Like, there's the gas line for the stove. There's the electrical line for the oven right there. My pantry is right there. So there's the oven electrical line that you just saw in the picture. So that's coming through, so I can tap in. And here's the pantry where I put a wall right through here. Let me show you the rest of it. Now here's the kitchen. There's that recessed light that I was telling you about. My AC return is right there. There's that. As you see, here's a fire break wall right here. Here's another one right here before the closet right there. This is the closet. So as you can see, you know, I'd have to drill through that wall to be able to drop down in here. So that's why I figure it's easiest to get through. But another thing you also see, it's wide open here in between. So let's get to the next slide. Okay, and this is the actual pantry right here. Or I got two pantries, one on the stairs and then this one right here. This is the one that's in question with no light. So as you can see, there's no light right here. Here's the electrical line for the stove that runs through and then runs over right there, then runs and drops down that wall. So I'm going to tie into that breaker. And as you can see, there's nothing right here. It doesn't have that middle breaker or brace in between the wall right there either. So I don't have to worry about drilling through. But even if so, if I drill or put the light box up high enough right here, it'll be below that middle brace, but there's not one there. So if I drill the hole through the wall, tap in that electrical box, run a line here, put one up, then I can just come straight up through the wall right here. All I have to do is drill a hole through the wall here. So now my plan is to hopefully be able, once I drill the big 6-inch circle here for the recessed light, or up here for the recessed light, I'm hoping that I can get a drill through here enough to maybe drill through that stud. If not, I may actually have to cut into the sheetrock here, cut a hole in it and patch it, and then drill up. But we're gonna see how that works out. I'm hoping that I can get to it. I really do, but if not, like I say, if I have to cut and patch sheetrock, I will. But at least that'll give us a light inside that pantry, and then that'll make Mama happy. All right, y'all, we got another stage done. Now, what I suggest, when you measure this, where you want to put your outlet box like I did, put it up against the wall, trace the outline, but keep it in between this because you don't need to go over this. This is the part that needs to go through. Trace your edge all along. Get a sheetrock saw, cut it. This is actually a remodel box, whereas your other boxes actually have the screws. Hard to do this one hand. Where you got the nails that nail to the studs, but this is an after model or after the effect remodel box. So when you go to push this in the wall right there, you screw these screws and these flaps flap up. And as you tighten the screw, this draws in like that, and then that'll actually tighten it up on the inside of the wall. So, like I say, we'll push that in there like that. That goes in. Not too bad of a fit. It's a little loose, but like I say, once you tighten that screw and that screw, it'll draw those clips in and tighten that nice and firmly down inside the box. Now for up there, I've got to measure up there. Measure, get it, nice and good in the center of that. But I actually want to have the light a little bit forward this way some so it shines down more, because if it's directly over the center, it won't get a good light coming down. So we're going to put it just off center towards the front of the pantry. That's our best bet. Yeah, my pantry's a wreck, y'all. But this is what we need. I've got a hole saw kit. So luckily these are the lights. It is a flat LED light. You got that. You got your junction box that I'll wire the junction box in. I've got my electrical line because I keep electrical line because, I do basic electrical work. I've got a grandfather who taught us basic electrical work. All I'm doing is just adding this little line to it with a box here. So this will be a nice, good, clean, easy fix. I actually have a long bit that I can actually run up through and drill up through the stud, because when I put my cameras in my house, which I have 14 cameras around my house, there are no dead zones anywhere in my house. I had to run up to drill the lines because everything is hardwired through walls. Nobody is getting my cameras. So I had to have a long extension drill bit, or with the extension pole, to go all the way through. So with that long extension rod, I like my glasses. So with the long extension rod, I can drill up through the top plate up here on the wall studs, because there's two 2x4s stacked up on this framing around this pantry. So I've got to be able to drill up through that and get through the two plates. I think with that drill bit, I think it's long enough because I got a double extension. So I think I'll be good enough on that. I could drill through, and then once I drill that big hole, which, where is it? Yeah, here we are. We got my hole saw. So So that'll a nice, good, clean, round hole. Then that light will fit right up through. With that light, it's got the clips that just come back down. All right, everybody. And up here, as we can see, now we can see where I need to go. And it's a good thing I decided to try to get a short drill bit and drill down, because now from up here, now I can see. I need to figure out whether that is an electrical. Okay, good. So now I can see there's a top plate right there, and that's where I need to drill in, right there, to drill down through for the electrical line. So as we can see, we got us a light right over here so I can see. Wide open. Here's our fire barriers in between floors. Plumbing. I didn't want to take a chance on running the long bit from up here all the way up, so I'm going to stick my drill through here with a small bit and actually drill down through that plate, and then I'll feed the wire down from the top right here where I can see. So that's going to be the plan, y'all. So whoo, stay tuned. All right, well, as you can see, now we have a hole right there in the cabinet to run the electrical through. We're going to give it plenty of slack, just like this one here. We're going to tie it in this junction box, and it's going to run from there, from that hole there, through the wall. And as you can see there, I didn't want to take a chance on that hole right there, so I moved it over just a little bit. And as you can see, maybe you can see light through it. Man, maybe not. Not really. A little bit. But yes, downside is I could not find my long extension bit, so I did have to cut a jumper hole right there to drill up through that top plate. Now you can see the hole up there through both studs, and it is a clear shot because I didn't want to use that long stud because I wanted something a little more control, something I could see better. So yeah, I figured I better go with that one because of this plumbing pipe. That plumbing pipe right there, I didn't want to take a chance on hitting that. So as you can see, there's the hole going to come through right there. I'm going to run that line right up through that. All right, and as you can see, we got our junction box up there, which is not going to come in very clear, I guess. We got it screwed in. There's the cold water line running across. So it's up there nice and secure. And we have our light. All we have to do is take this bad boy, push these clips in, and put it right up. I'll show you. And there we have it. Now I did get a little bit out with the freaking hole saw there, because I was trying to do it with a big pan, trying to keep the sawdust or sheetrock dust from coming down in the pantry. So it snagged a couple times and ripped. But I said, you know what? I'm not pulling everything out. The wife will just had to clean that. She's lucky she's getting a light in here. So Miss Kettle just had to be happy with what she's got. Then we'll have to do some touch up, patch all that once I get this wired in. Everybody, we got her wired in here. She's nice and good stuck through here. Got it all wired in. She's run through it. The breaker's turned back on. Now for the test of the flip of the switch. What will she do? Let's turn the flash off. Come on. Booyah. Let there be light, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. So now all I have to do is patch that. We've got our light switch in here. So that's good. I just need to patch that one hole right there. And then get the stove put back up. I just found out that the freaking wife is, Miss Catherine, is on her way home right now. So I've got to hurry get this double oven put back together and get it done before she gets home. So I was trying to surprise her. Hope everybody has you a good, safe weekend. We'll catch you on this video, y'all. Peace out.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.